Peace fam, back again with some more fire content. In today's video, we'll be looking at woke TikToks and all of the traps that the government has set up for us.
The dark forces are losing their grip on the population and absolutely losing their minds.
The dark forces,
They have changed narratives 4 or 5 times in the past year, which is absolutely unheard. We are exiting the 7-year transitionary cycle before going full-fledged into the light belt that will change our DNA, our consciousness, and awaken the masses. I'm talking the masses, but because so many of us have already woken up, have you noticed that no one cares about the news anymore? No one cares, and that is absolute disaster for them because they need people to care. They need the energy to manifest whatever narrative they're trying to manifest, and they don't care what the narrative is. They only care about the frequency and vibration, and they can't keep us in fear anymore. It's not working. This is their last attempt at harvesting as many souls as possible. Buckle up, because you will see more narratives, more fear, more agendas. But remember, that is all illusion. And the true reality is always a reflection of your inner state. Don't ever forget that.
So something I want to touch on real quick, right, that just, kind of resonated with me is that she said that we're coming out of a 7-year transition, right? And I've always had this thing with the number 7, right? You got movies, lucky number 7, 7, 11, 21, things like that, right? So with the number 7, I feel like every 7 years, us as people, we go through a transition, like a transitionary period. So after 7 years, you kind of change, you mature a little bit. You go from being like a little kid and you start trying to become a little bit more mature. You want to hang out with the older kids a little bit, right? So that's at the first 7 years. The second 7 years, when you're 14, it's another transitionary period. You're leaving middle school, you're going to high school for the first time. Then after the next 7 years, you're 21, another period. And what I'm saying, after this one, this is when they want you to get drunk and, basically not focus on anything. They just want you to party and lose your mind. And then after the next 7 years, that's when you're 28, and that's when you kind of awaken. You kind of start getting prepared for your 30s. So we go through all these different, 7-year phases.
Say this too: food, water, first aid kits, peroxide, alcohol, flashlights, solar lanterns, seeds.
It's like a list of things to get.
Matches, ammo, big pum-pums, little pum-pums, candles, a big coat, some good boots, fasting, exercise, pushing your body to the limit. I'm sure I forgot some shit, but y'all get what I'm saying.
If you know, you know.
Y'all remember when I used to use these solar cookers back in 2021?
Whoa.
Go crazy.
Y'all, solar cookers? I ain't never seen that before. He said in 2021. We're going to have to go over to Master Yoshi page and see what these solar cookers are. That's pretty interesting.
Viral. Y'all remember when I told y'all to start investing in fruit trees? Start to get with your family so y'all can invest in some land and start a garden. Remember when I documented this whole garden from me turning my backyard into a complete sustainable food forest with all my stimulus money? Remember when I stopped going to the barber shop? Remember when I started rocking all black? I ain't buy no clothes in the last 2-3 years. Remember when I was collecting those 5-gallon containers, collecting rainwater? You remember all those videos I was making, going crazy? Remember when I told y'all to start saving y'all seeds and composting y'all food scraps? Remember that? Remember all the bonfires I had in the back, all the videos of me chopping wood? Y'all remember all the solar energy, all the solar chargers, generators I was telling y'all to invest in? Remember I was telling y'all to get y'all weapons up? Extendo too.
Yo, he ready for everything.
Investing in water bags, water filters.
He ready for a disaster.
Bro, a lot of people laughed at my videos and thought I was just, trying to go viral. You see, everything I stand for and taught about goes against everything the government stands for. So I never wanted to become this big content creator. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how to do people when they get too big. But I gave y'all the keys and I gave y'all the wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Because if you know it's about to go down, you know it's about to go down. I'm starting to see people saying there's food shortages. I'm starting to hear people saying there might be a power outage soon. I'm just seeing so much mental health that's going on and just people just getting sick Y'all better be aware of the agenda and what's you know what I'm saying, the plan for us and plan accordingly. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. That's all I'm saying.
If you know, you know.
Yo, let's not forget, yo. Look.
Does your
Why y'all
landlord
think they
have
was
big
doing shit
empty
like
spaces
this?
like this?
And we all know we keep hearing about the food shortages, bro.
Mine
We
ain't got
all
no
gotta
empty
wake
spaces
up and
like
pay
that right
attention,
now.
bro. Listen, yo, we all heard about this theory before, bro. I don't think that it's just a theory, bro. I really feel like that shit gonna happen, bro, during the next pandemic. You feel me? Listen, yo, come to my page. Click my Instagram box. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on YouTube. Click my link tree. Listen, yo, click one of these links and show love. Just little donation always go a long way, bro. Wake up!
Speaking of, you know, go ahead and hit the super chat down below. A little donation go a long way. Wake up! I'm just kidding. You ain't got to. Just watch the video.
Ma'am, where's the boys section?
Right there. All
This
is right here. All
This
the way
is the boys section?
Yeah.
What?
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Is this the boys section too?
Yes.
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, okay.
Wow. This
Yeah,
is
the
boys
colors have
section.
definitely been changing.
Hey, we got a boy shirt. Hold on. This is the boys section.
Oh, no.
We're in the boys section.
We got all these opaque colors and all
is
these
this,
neutrals.
You gotta be kidding me.
and-
Is this the boys section too?
That is for boys.
Oh, no. Where is this at? Target?
Now, if this ain't pushing the agenda, I don't know what is.
Y'all shopping at Target?
This is sick. Target, do better. Yes,
That's
we're at Target.
That ain't Target.
Look at this. So you could look like your sister.
Oh, that's
Isn't that
crazy.
something?
Matching outfits.
So I'd like to explain why I think it's really dangerous to be colonized and live in a capitalist society. Basically, we're all being domesticated slowly but surely. Colonizer culture intentionally wants to destroy indigenous cultures all over the world because indigenous people are self-sufficient. They don't have to be dependent or domesticated, you know, to survive. Right now, when we take our children to school, they're not learning how to be self-sufficient.
Man, they ain't
They
learning
are not
nothing
learning
here.
how to grow gardens or how to
Man, look, my kids be coming home from school. I ask them what they did. They have no answer. Like, they don't even do nothing fun anymore. I remember going to elementary school. We went on a ton of field trips. We were always outside. We did exactly what this little girl's doing. We used to plant gardens and stuff in the front. They don't even do that. Well, at least here in my city, you know, to the schools that my kids go to. They don't do that stuff no more. So the education system is all messed up.
work the soil, or there's nothing substantial like that being taught in schools. That is what the residential schools tried to destroy in the indigenous cultures all over the Americas. They didn't want these children of indigenous parents learning how to grow corn and how to provide for themselves. No, no, no. You gotta learn math. You gotta learn all this other stuff. You gotta learn English, otherwise you're stupid. And let me tell you why I think it is so dangerous for us to be colonized and domesticated and not self-sufficient and forgetting the essential things that make us human beings. Being artistic, you know, creating the things that we use every day. Instead we have the fucking industrial revolution and we export all our labor overseas and exploit people.
Look at that
It's
child
really
labor
fucked
right
up,
there.
capitalism. It's so fucked up, exploiting people all over the world. Now we know that the United States during World War II supplied the Nazi people, Hitler and all that. We also hired these scientists that were working for Hitler. All they have done is kind of evolved and made sure that we can't see them. They're not in plain sight anymore. They don't build content.
Hey, I think that them people, you know, that she's talking about that came over here, I think they the ones that still kind of like, they up here when it comes in terms of who's running things, right? They're up at the top and we don't see them. We're not going to see them. They're not going to allow us to see them. But I feel like they are still the ones calling the shots, you know? That's kind of who we, that's who won the war, in my opinion. I don't think we did. I think they did. And they just ain't gonna tell us.
Concentration camps. No, instead they want to keep us alive as long as possible but sick. So, you know, they make the cheapest food as the most unhealthy, and they Oh God, it's horrible. So to me, the plan overall is that if we're all domesticated, we don't know how to clean our own water, where to get water from, or if the Air Force bases poison all of our water, and we can't grow our own food, all they have to do is cut off our food supply, turn off the water, and what do you need a concentration camp for anymore?
Right.
You can just kill people, poison the fucking water. I mean, this country is psycho, so be careful. Natives have warned you many times.
He claimed to be a doctor who is expressing his views on a very important topic. Okay, let's see.
I'm frustrated, and this is not what I signed up for. I'm tired of our sick care model, and I'm not choosing not to participate. I got in this to help people get well. Not harm them, protect them, lead them, teach them. And that's not what I'm seeing in the healthcare system.
Man, no, you're not going to see that in that system. You're going to see dollars. If you want to chase dollars, get in the system. If you want to help people, that's not the place to be. People will wake up one day.
And so I'm choosing to take a different approach as a doctor for the sake of people that are relying on us to teach them how to be healthy. Someone tell me why. Why don't doctors tell you to take something as simple as magnesium instead of a stool softener? Knowing that...
I'm gonna answer that. Because of money and dollars. It all leads back to that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Imagine if doctors actually wanted to make you better. They wanted to cure whatever you had so that you ain't never ever got to come see them again. How many doctors would be out here rich, driving in whatever car they want, living in whatever mansion? You get what I'm saying? So it's all about the dollar at the end of the day. And, you know, I think the model should be switched, okay? Say, for instance, a doctor should only get paid for curing things. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you cure it, you get paid. If your patient continues to be sick, you're not getting paid. But once you cure that, okay, now we're going to pay you. Imagine how many things would get cured like that. Man, the whole world would probably be cured.
The stool softener dehydrates your bowels. Why don't doctors tell you to take D3 in the winter? Because you can't get it from the sun. It's gone, depending on where you live in the country. And it radically improves the immune system and impacts your sleep. Why don't doctors tell you to change your diet? You know, when you're having heartburn or indigestion, your body's literally revolting against you. Instead of giving you something like Prilosec or Nexium, knowing that studies show that they're linked to kidney failures and osteoporosis. Why don't doctors tell you to focus on herbs or certain foods to heal?
Oh, because they don't make money.
Why don't doctors tell you to lower the toxic chemicals that are inside of your house, knowing that it's 100 times more toxic in your house than outside?
Because you're not going to come get a prescription.
That might be causing you your constant headaches or your allergies. All the fragrances and chemicals and the toxic buildup that gets into our cells are what creates these things. Why aren't you informed by your doctor that if you eat something as simple as a grapefruit every day, that it'll support lowering your blood pressure naturally and you don't need or might not need a medication?
Because insurance don't cover fruit.
That's taking a blood pressure drug can't take anything with grapefruit in it. The same thing applies with a blood thinner telling people they can't eat green food. Why don't you just eat the green food? Why doesn't your doctor tell you to take something like an activated charcoal? Because it just soaks up toxins for like your headaches, or maybe you're bloated or you have skin problems, telling you that your gut is backed up, or you have, you know, some kind of food poisoning. Because activated charcoal bonds those and removes them from the body. It's real simple. Why don't doctors tell you to use herbs or herbal teas to manage your pains or support your immune system or support your digestive function?
Man, because if they tell you that, they're going to lock you up. You know what I'm saying? Or they're going to try to knock you off. You can't tell nothing. You know what I'm saying? You try to come out there and be a herbal doctor, they're going to discredit you like that. Come on, man. We know these answers. You know these answers. Knowing that
these different herbs can help your organs. Proven. Have a lot of science on it. Why don't doctors, instead of suggesting you to take a prescription drug? Why don't they give you something as simple as a probiotic every single day to help support your gut health and your immune health, knowing that we have all these friendly bacteria inside?
Man, you know they don't give out pro anything. They're going to give you an antibiotic to just kill them all. You get what I'm saying? Instead of strengthening the system, they rather just weaken it, kill it all. And maybe they'll get sick again. You got 50-50 chance. Let's just flip a coin on it.
Of us that need help. Why don't doctors create diets and lifestyle plans for patients instead of offering pills?
If y'all can't tell, I really get frustrated with these doctors. You know what I mean? Like, I got a mom that goes through a lot of health issues. I got a dad that's got, you know, health issues. And they just on tons of medication. And to me, I always tell them, like, yo, a lot of this seems unnecessary. You know, and they start to realize the same thing. So I got a personal vendetta with these doctors.
When we know that over 90% of disease is due to lifestyle, why don't we spend the majority of our time trying to prevent disease instead of treating it? Why don't doctors tell you to take something like a supplement to support your health prior to becoming sick, when we know that supplements and herbs can help prevent these things? Why don't doctors teach you to manage your emotions? Because that stress, that anxiety is going to lead to physical bodily damage, and the strain that you're under can play a significant role in your overall health.
I guess that's why the world's sped up so fast, and we've got all of this stuff to stress about. You know, if you got your money, your job, you got your children, even our kids are stressed out nowadays. You know, they're on phones and they've got social media and access to so much information that we didn't have as kids. Just think about how stressed an 8 or 9 year old child's going to be. You know, it just gets worse and worse.
Why don't doctors take a real role in helping people be healthy in their lives? Doesn't make sense to me. Why aren't we helping people get healthy instead of taking care of them after they get sick? I think it needs to change. I believe that real health is possible. I believe that you're the solution. I believe that the greatest doctor in the world is inside of you. We're just messing it up. I believe it's possible for you to live good. We're just not getting the right information.
Them all facts.
Hell that I even gotta say this shit, and it's even more sad that y'all have to go on fucking TikTok to find out.
I feel offended. Hold on. I mean, I know this is YouTube, but still, sheesh. I'm trying to watch you, give you some views.
Out this fucking bullshit. For those of y'all who don't know what the fuck is going on in the state of Mississippi, they are trying to pass a law to reinstate the Jim Crow laws.
Crazy, right?
Let me say this one more time for the people who did not motherfucking hear me. They are trying to reinstate the Jim Crow laws. And for all you who are young and y'all don't know what the Jim Crow laws are, look up the story of Emmett Till. Enough motherfucking said. That brings me to my next motherfucking statement, and it's sad as fuck that I even gotta say this shit. We cannot depend on the motherfucking government for help. Because look what the fuck the government is allowing to fucking happen, bro.
They the enemy.
We cannot depend on the fucking cops for help. We can't even depend on the black cops for help. Rest in peace to old boy. I forgot his name.
Man, I was just talking about him
so
today.
With that being said, this is a message to all you gang members out here. If y'all have enough common sense to have this person doing this person doing that, this person making the drugs, this person killing folk, this person running shit, this person doing that, y'all have enough motherfucking common sense to start a motherfucking army to protect your fellow people. Because if y'all don't know how fucking serious this shit is about to get if they pass that motherfucking law. Make long story short, if a white person did something to you, guess what? They getting off fucking free.
I mean, that's already happening.
Period, point fucking blank. You guys are the only army we have right now. You Bloods, you Crips, you Cert 13s, all y'all Latin Kings, all y'all motherfuckers. Y'all are the only protection that we have right now.
And you know what's crazy, though, about that statement right there, right? Is that I heard that back in the day, when these gangs actually started, that was the reason. It was for protection of surge, you know, because you're protecting yourself from being harassed. You know what I'm saying? Like, for this reason right here. And that's what it started. Then eventually it got corrupt. And, you know, money rules everything. You know, people sell out all the time. But yeah, it's kind of like that's where we're at again. You know, history repeats itself. We're living in cycles.
Like I said, we can't depend on the motherfucking government. We cannot depend on the motherfucking cops. And it's sad, like I said, it's sad that I have to log on to the fucking internet and find this shit when this shit should have made national motherfucking news. With that being said, strap the fuck up. That's all I know. Is just strap the fuck up. Protect yourselves. Protect your families. Because the government, the cops will not do that for us. It's only Mississippi, baby. It's only Mississippi. It's only a matter of time for the entire South. It's like that. Again. Strap the fuck up. Protect your motherfucking families. And then for TikTok, if y'all take this motherfucking video down, that just comes to show that you are on the side of fucking Jim Crow.
She said, don't play with her today. Hey, she mad. Give her a Mississippi minute to collect her thoughts. Yo, she was angry about that, but she has all the right to be. That is crazy. Like, how you gonna reinstate them? Man, the South is wild. America is wild. The world is wild.
For those of you that don't know, Jackson, Mississippi just passed what is being
one.
called the Jim Crow Law. Passed.
Oh, so they passed it.
If you don't believe me,
that's crazy. I didn't know about this.
I need you to Google it, and I need you to understand that this is not an isolated thing. What the GOP does is they try different things out in different states, and when they see that it works, then they start. Other governors and other local and state governments in other states start mimicking what the other states did. And so you have this in Mississippi. You have AP studies courses being banned in Florida. You have books being banned that are about LGBTQ, about indigenous people, about enslaved Africans. You have some folks in Texas looking to ban the word racism. Yep. Welcome to America.
This is America. Oh, no. Yeah, this isn't my pink drink. This is my wife's. She got an extra one. You know, they got her order wrong. So, of course, I took you know what I'm saying? Like, you might as well not give it back. I'll drink it. You know, I don't care if it's pink.
When a fish is in water, they don't know they're in water. They don't realize they're just like how we are with air.
Yo, I'm sorry. We're only 8 seconds in and I'm pausing. But what she said just blew my mind because fish don't know that they're in water when they're in water. But isn't the air that we're surrounded by technically a version of water?
Oh my God!
Oh snap!
We probably feel about air the exact same way they do as water. You just move through it naturally. You're just suspended in it. And then I got thinking about it, and I was like, air is really cool. Like, this element is actually, it's like water times 10, so fast. And then I was like, this makes life more fun if you think about it. Like, I'm in an element, like I'm swimming, like I'm in a thing right now. And like, I wish I could tell whales, like, you're in water, like, that's so cool, you're just breathing under there. And they're like, you're breathing in air, we're just here. It's so cool. It's just making life so much more fun.
It's crazy. Video like this just make you think though, don't it?
No matter what your spiritual practice is, no matter what you do, you have to be connecting with Earth in some type of way. Whether or not you're Christian, pagan, or just spiritual in some type of way, you need to connect with nature because that frequency is what's going to heal your soul. Not everyone has a chance to go outside every single day. So what else can we do to connect with nature on a daily basis? 3 quick tips. 1, open up your windows, let that fresh air get into the house. AC is damaging your lungs and damaging your skin. 2, go get you some plants, put them in your house, water them daily or water them however you need to, and get that plant frequency in your house so you can connect with nature that way. 1, get you some rocks and crystals. Rocks that are sitting outside your house have the frequency of the outdoors. They're getting all the sunlight, they're getting all the moonlight, and they've been sitting outdoors their entire lives. Take that rock, put it inside your house, and work with the rock. The rock has stored energy into it because it's been outside. Just as well, you can go to your favorite store, mine, Intercrystallization, and buy yourself some crystals and let that crystal sit outside and get the moonlight, sunlight, and bring it back inside and work with it on a daily basis.
Got all the copper
Peace.
wraps.
Follow me for more info.
Can anyone tell me why we're the only creatures on this planet that are completely not living by the laws of nature, but instead by laws made by people that the majority of us don't even know? Why are we doing that again? Like, for some reason, instead of being governed by the laws that every other species is, we're governed by the ideologies of men whose main goal is to profit as much as they can.
Capitalism, baby.
We are literally living by the rules of the Monopoly Man. I don't know, it just seems a little whack if you ask me. So, I'm gonna go forget about that for a while by looking at rocks and playing with seagulls. Bye.
Meep. 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 Y'all ever notice that everybody want to be friends with the seer until they see you? Everybody want to be friends with the spiritual person until they start getting intuitive downloads about who you really are and what your true intentions are towards them. It's all fun and games until I start calling you out on the shit that you don't even want to acknowledge. Yeah, you want to be with me so bad until I start triggering those childhood wounds and emotions, and now you going through a spiritual awakening. Your family think that I'm a witch. Listen, baby, this shit ain't for the weak. Alright? That's why you find a lot of us, anybody that's spiritually gifted, chosen ones, whatever it is that you want to call, we end up being alone a lot of times because people cannot handle our true nature. We not doing this shit.
Hey, does anybody else feel like that? You know, once you start waking up, once you start going on your spiritual journey and you start talking to other people, they don't really want to be around you like that. They ain't really trying to hear that. But here come this brother with that woke talk. They don't like that stuff, do they?
On purpose. We can't help it. A lot of us are spiritually gifted, and yes, if you come around us, we will get information about you. We are claircognizant. We are clairvoyant. I am clairaudient like a whole bunch of other people. We don't necessarily do this out of trying to attack you. We do it out of love. So if you can't handle it, baby, just stay over there. I won't take it personally.
People see you, right? People see what you're doing. Yeah? A lot of people are inspired by what you're doing. A lot of people have monitoring spirits. What do I mean by monitoring spirits? Have you ever been on social media and you might get more story views than likes? You go on social media and you post and you see that there's more people watching your Snapchat than clicking like on your Instagram, right? They're quick to view a video of you, but they don't want to comment, they don't want to like, they don't want to share. Right? That's a monitoring spirit. And a lot of people move like that these days. And a lot of people watch you, you know what I mean? A lot of people are learning from you, right? But they will never tell you because a lot of people have ego. A lot of people are battling with the ego within. They don't want to come to you and be like, oh, I saw what you're doing, you know? I saw what you're doing. I like it. I like how you're doing this. Can I have some advice on how to get like this? No, they don't want to do that. Because a lot of people want to be that one that other people come to them for stuff for, right? It's a sad reality, but this is how people are.
Everyone want to be that one.
Narcissistic, right?
We got narcissistic and egotistic ways. You know, it's crazy.
Don't think for a second that you are not doing well because people are silent. People are watching you and supporting you in silence. And yeah, it spreads across the border in different things. Sometimes they're watching you because they're watching you out of hate. Sometimes they're watching you because they support you. And sometimes they're watching you out of shock. Some people are shocked that you've actually come out of the hole that you dug yourself out of. You know what I mean? But yeah, don't think for a second people don't see your growth. They see everything. A lot of people are like that to me. And I had people pop up to me the other day. Oh, I see what you're doing. And these are people that have watched me for years and didn't say a damn thing, right? So don't get discouraged. Keep doing what you're doing. A lot of people are silently rooting for you, as well as silently waiting for you to fail. So there's two sides to the coin, right? But it's down to you if whether you're gonna stick it through or not. You know what I mean? Stay focused.
The most
Stay focused.
People are
Nah,
loners.
man.
A lot of the times you'll notice that most intuitive people like to be alone. It's because they are natural bullshit detectors and they don't want to be around anything that tries to basically mess with their intelligence in any way. And it's just more draining when you know what's going on. You can't fake the funk. You can't sit around and pretend like, no.
For real, though.
It is what it is. Also, don't let people make you feel any type of way because you don't want to be around every situation. Understand some people will put themselves in situations that they're not even comfortable in just to be there, to be a part of something. And you'll notice a lot of intuitive people, or what people deem to be the popular loners, don't do that. And when I say popular loners, that means that you're very well known. People enjoy your energy. People want to be around you, but you don't want to be around a lot of people. People get offended about that term. I don't know why, because the reality is popular loners, it's not that they think that they're better than anybody. It's literally that they understand energy and they don't want to be around a lot of energies, and they're very intuitive. You're not going to be able to get anything past them. And also, they don't want people just ciphering their energy, because let's be real, sometimes people invite you places to energy dump on you. They'll cipher your energy and then dump their shit energy onto you. Also, ignore my eye. It's having some type of allergic reaction, so it's looking crazy out here. So they're very selective about the places and things they go. So if somebody goes with you and you know that they're like this and they decide to go with you a place, understand that it took a lot for them to go to that place. So they really mess with you. In addition to that, if they do have to go somewhere, because let's be real, sometimes we do have to do things that we don't want to do, they'll be the people that are more reserved in the back, and then people are like, oh, why aren't you chiming in? Why aren't you doing that? It's not that they are shy. It's not that they don't want to talk. It's that they need to have a moment to skim, observe what's going on in the room, and understand who has their best interest, who doesn't have their best interest, and then they'll go and gravitate towards the people that they know that they can mingle with. Some people who know that they don't have good intentions for this person will take it as a personal offense or a jab and be like, that person is acting da-da-da. Well, why do you feel a certain type of way about that person just being to themselves? That they're already telling on themselves. So that's why that person doesn't want to be around you, because they already felt your energy and knew that you were on some BS. And look at you. You're getting offended that they don't even want to be around you, or they don't want to be in your vicinity. Why do you need validation from another person? Why can't you have fun without worrying about why that person over there in the corner is not having fun, in your opinion? Because 9 times out of 10, they're having the time of their life. They just don't need to put it in your face. And if they aren't having the time of life, because 9 times out of 10, the energy levels are very high and it's time to go after a certain period, that's still none of your business. And this is why they're not around. So for the people that resonate with this, don't let anybody make you feel any type of way for not going anywhere or wanting to be around that person who has a mutual friend. You know that mutual friend don't really like you, but they're just trying to tolerate you. Or that toxic family member that every time you go around them, as soon as you leave the room, they talk about you. It is okay to put yourself first and to have boundaries with these type of people and to stay away. If people don't understand you, then they're not meant to be around you. Don't make yourself uncomfortable to make other people comfortable, because they're not going to do that for you.
I like what she said at the end. Don't make yourself uncomfortable just to make other people comfortable. Yeah, I'm gonna have to quote that one. I like that one.
Realize it's all a simulation.
Like a game, it is a game. It's a video game, and that's all it is.
So the entire world is a game.
Yes.
And we're all just players in the game?
Not exactly. I'm a player. All these people here are players. We live in the real world. You only exist here. It's why you can never leave Free City. You're what we call an NPC.
NPC, the policeman and the muscular body rabbit. They call me that. What is an NPC?
Yo, I've never seen this movie, but I heard it was pretty good.
I don't understand.
You're a non-player character. A background person. Someone designed to...
My boy was an NPC.
Wait, hold on a second. Just stop for a second. I want to make sure that I'm getting this straight. I just want to fully understand here. So, I'm fake. The entire world is fake. I'm not even a main character. I'm just this idiot who's in the background. Millie, why are you even saying this? I love you.
You only think that because it's in your programming.
It's in the Matrix. Hey, yo, and I think I've seen this part, right? This is where he's going to reach the firmament, I believe. Peep this, y'all. Look at that. The firmament. Told you. I seen this scene. Someone had posted something like this a while ago. That's what made me really want to watch this movie. Still haven't watched it yet, though. Just imagine. Imagine that being real and you'd be able to walk through that and see a whole new world.
Don't any of you get it? None of this matters. None of it. It's
Yeah.
fake. We don't
That's how dudes be when they get woke.
Have y'all notice that the rulers of this matrix eliminate anything that they can't control. And TikTok, I know the rulers of this government is trying to control the media, so I'm gonna just say this is fake for educational purposes and scripted. If they can't control it or they can't get their hands on it, they terminate you. Extraterrestrials, aliens, if you're watching this, please help. For example, let's talk about these police and CIA agents who have been on their deathbed confessing about people they have killed and covered up their deaths. Pretty sure we all know who Dr. Sebi is, but if you don't, he was the man who was known to cure arthritis, sickle cell, HIV, diabetes, and you name it. He got arrested, went to jail, and died from pneumonia. A herbalist. For example, Bob Marley. Don't you forget about Martin Luther King. Found guilty of assassination. Let's talk about Malcolm X.
The FBI and New York police departments are facing new calls to finally open their records related to the assassination of Malcolm X. This comes after the release of a deathbed confession of a former undercover New York police officer who admitted to being part of a broad New York police and FBI conspiracy targeting Malcolm.
I mean, we kind of already knew that.
What about the doctors who have found cancer-causing situations or even cure for cancer? Found with gunshot wounds in their chest, suicide by shooting themselves in the back of the head, or just dying of natural causes. Or we could talk about the people who have figured out how to turn gas into water.
Stanley Allen Meyer was the inventor of the water fuel cell automobile, a buggy powered by water. Stanley stated that oil industry representatives had repeatedly threatened him and even offered millions of dollars to destroy all traces of his work.
And he ends up meeting with some investors, drinks something, runs outside and says they poisoned me. Then all of his work and his cars disappeared and nobody can find them now. Let's talk about Aaron Salters, who was in the Buffalo shooting, who had got killed.
Check this out. Aaron Salter Jr. wore many hats in his life. Retired police officer, substitute teacher. But one of his true passions was science. He built a lab in his garage where he spent countless hours working to develop an engine that could run on water.
Now, isn't it ironic that Porsche is replacing gasoline with air and water, releasing in 2022? Like I said, releasing things and dropping things when they have control over it. Don't let me get started about these dispensaries. I'm gonna have to make this another video. Y'all stay dangerous.
Universe. The reason why you are slaves is because the simple fact that you've been made afraid of death. Anytime a motherfucker dies, you should applaud that shit. The ancient Egyptians say that death is like a bird that was captured in a cage and then released from the cage.
Catastrophic event that's finna come from this is way bigger than what we call COVID and all this other stuff, y'all. And it seemed like that since that didn't work, and since a lot of people woke up to what they were doing, they like, you know what? Well, it's time to go to plan B. It's too many Negroes waking up, the world waking up. Now it's time to hit them with another one. But this is serious, y'all. So, you know, I'm emergency broadcasting this to hurry up and give people in these areas that I'm finna mention, like for instance, Ohio, whether you in East Palestine or not, if you in the whole entire state of Ohio, you should be listening to this, and y'all should share this, and y'all should tag Ohio in here. If you in Tennessee, any city in Tennessee, you should be listening to this. If you in Texas, any city in Texas, you should be listening to this. Arizona, any city in Arizona, you should be listening to this. Missouri and Illinois.
Oh man, I was hoping he would not say Illinois. Now I'm scared, man. Come on, Yaki.
City in Missouri and Illinois, you should be listening to this. South Carolina and North Carolina, Georgia, you should be listening to this, you know, because this is, if you follow the river and if you follow the burn path and if you follow the so-called blast radius of this stuff, this is where these things are ending up at. And I know y'all asking like, okay, Yaki, you saying a blast radius, but it was actually a train derailment. To me, it was a blast. It seemed like that they sent in toxic, liquefied, you know, hazmatic chemicals in a place, and they purposely, you know, and I know I'm saying this, I'm gonna snatch this down and I'm gonna put it on my Rumble, but it seemed like they did this on purpose. And then how in the hell is it over 8 derailments within a couple of weeks from each other, y'all, back to back, and every last derailment had chemical combustion chemicals on it that causes generational defects on the mitochondria DNA that messes with your birth, messes with your reproductive system, it messes with your neurological mobility, it literally messes with everything that you call life. You know what I'm saying? That's not a coincidence, y'all. We are being attacked and we not realizing. And then I see people on Facebook.
Can't be.
For those of you that are not fully aware right now, everything that's happening is all entertainment. It's the distraction entertainment. What is it keeping you from? That distraction ain't keeping you from knowing what's going on, like with the UFOs or the Epstein list, or what's going on in the government, or all this stuff with, so say, Beyonce being exposed. No, it's keeping people from understanding that the veil has lifted. The veil has lifted. A portal has opened for us to shift out of this reality, to shift into another dimension. Yes, in the same body, to shift into another dimension. What's in that dimension? A whole new world, a whole new life, a whole new beginning, a reset that's filled with abundance, peace, love, joy, wealth, health. And it required us to shift our frequency. So those of you that feel detached, it's like you're detached from everything. Yeah, it's because your higher self is going to shift you into that new reality. So, you know, y'all know that saying, out of sight, out of mind. The people that's stuck in the 3D, like for us, even we won't remember them and they won't remember us, because we'll be on the other side enjoying our life, living like kings and queens, living free in the mind, body, and soul. So, you know, all those people that told you were crazy and, you know, you stopped believing all this stuff and you shifted. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be out of sight, out of mind. And this is why a lot of you been getting messages just to trust yourself, to keep going, to not get caught up. See, what most people don't know is that everything is run through energy. Okay. And so what they do is they put these low vibing, because you can't shift. You can't shift into the 5D with low vibing energy, because this false reality, that's what it runs off of, low reality. So this is why they have created the devil and all these demonic low vibing entities. It's to keep, and notice how the people that say they don't like the devil, they're engaged in all that. There's a lot of people that is engaged. Let me tell y'all something. Disconnect and focus on shifting to this new reality, because the veil is going to come back down and the portal is going to close. And I have not been shown when it's going to close. But I'm telling you, there's a new reality that's waiting on you. But guess what? You have the free will. You can keep engaging in this world or shift to the new one.
A whole new world. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell or not. This eye is like a little swollen right now. I don't know what's going on. I think I might be having an allergic reaction or something like that. I was mowing the lawn earlier, came back inside, and bang! They had to get me already, y'all. I gotta chill.
First of all, understand that if you're a U.S. citizen, you do not own anything.
Nothing.
What? If you paid your house off, you don't own it.
There we go.
You have an equitable interest in the property, but you don't own it. Only way you can own anything in America, to actually own it, is with something called allodial title. A-L-L-O-D-I-A-L. Allodial.
Write that down, y'all.
Spell A-L-L-O-D-I-A-L. Allodial title. Allodial title means God cannot touch it. Oh. No one. Because it's absolute owned by you. But if you don't buy your car, your jet plane, your boat, your house, whatever it is, and have an allodial title, then you don't own it. And the authorities can come in and take your home anytime they want. It's interesting. Banks cannot touch anything that has an allodial title. Cannot touch it.
I wonder if you got to pay taxes on things
cannot touch it.
No
title. One can touch anything that is bought under allodial title. Go look it up in a dictionary. Look it up in a law dictionary. Allodial title. Very interesting. The Queen of England, everything she owns is an allodial title. Means God can't touch it. Yeah. So, and Americans can buy stuff in allodial title. You just have to know how to do it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to research that, because that's much needed.
Can't
26 of the rapid fire list of weird and scary stuff I've seen on TikTok over the past couple days. First up, a Harvard scientist teamed up with the Pentagon and reports that there is a football field-sized mothership UFO that could have released smaller ships to study our solar system. I thought you guys were lying about this, but you weren't. In Wisconsin, a sexual book series about students attempting to assassinate their alien teacher added to the school e-library and recommended for students grade 9 and older. It sounds very educational. A bill to ban corporal punishment for students with disabilities in Oklahoma fails in the House of Representatives, so they want them to be the kids with disabilities. Amazon is being sued for not telling New York customers about facial recognition. Mysterious and scary rumbling coming from the sky near Yellowstone National Park. That video was scary. I didn't like that. Microsoft just launched its new AI co-pilot. It's really impressive, actually, but it's obvious that it's going to jeopardize a lot of jobs for people. And 6th graders in Utah were instructed to do a climate change essay, and students were given extra credit to eat bugs because the teacher said eating cows is destroying the ozone layer.
So eat bugs instead, kids. What? Hey, this
ingredient is so toxic they make it easy to expose. Here we have your infamous red dye 40. Let's make sure that we acknowledge the fact that they're dumping 15 million pounds of artificial dyes into our foods each year. And coincidentally enough, red dye 40 makes up 40% of this. If you've ever consumed any of these foods, you have consumed this ingredient. Out of all the crazy ingredients I've seen that are classified as food, this one here, which is in almost all foods, has food nowhere in the description. So what actually is red dye 40 and what is it made of? Here we have yet another ingredient that is...
Yo, and that's crazy because I don't know if you guys have paid attention, but a lot of these young kids out here, they just love like Takis, hot Cheetos, hot fries, crunchy curls, Astro, all the hot stuff, anything hot. I'm talking about flaming hot. Anything. They probably got flaming hot body wash, but it's crazy. And I liked hot Cheetos when I was a kid, but it seems like it's overkill right now. And they all have this red dye in it, and clearly the red dye is not good for you. So they be promoting this stuff for our kids to eat. And I remember some dude, I had a Jamaican teacher a long time ago. I forgot his name. Dude used to be brushing his teeth with a stick, and I used to always look at him funny, like, bro, what are you doing? All right, but he used to tell me one time, because I was eating hot Cheetos and lunch, and he's like, my kids eat those every day, and they're probably going to have cancer when they get older, but there's not much that I can do about it. I didn't think about it much back then. I'm like, man, what's this guy talking about? But clearly he knew what he was talking about.
Made from petroleum, and yes, that is the oil that they use to make gasoline. They try to make this confusing, but this is the original red dye 40. Red dye 40 used to be this beautiful, ancient, organic, healthy plant. You'll never guess who banned this healthy plant, saying that it causes cancer. So what could really be better for us than this healthy plant? Apparently, the FDA decided that our red food coloring now needed to be made from coal tars.
Instead of a plant, coal tars, huh? Wow.
Instead of a healthy plant. Just to recap, we went from using this healthy, cancer-fighting plant to using this toxic, cancer-causing ingredient we know today as red dye 40. At this point, we should probably be asking why the hell they are doing this. Why the hell is everything made with petroleum?
Yo, is this guy scraping his apple with a razor blade? I've heard that they put wax on apples, and they say that's why you should get organic apples. And I've got organic apples. They just go bad a lot quicker, which makes sense. But I've never seen anybody actually do that. So now I'm about to go buy an apple and scrape it and see if that's what happens. Because that's crazy.
And why the hell are they putting it in our food? If you were going to play a sick joke on mankind, how would you do it? Apparently feeding us coal, tar, and petroleum is the joke.
We're going to turn into plastic, guys. Just saying. We're going to be petroleum beings.
They said that China found an uninhabited island filled with dinosaurs.
So Jurassic Land?
Bro,
whoa,
let me tell you the story. Let me tell you the story, right?
Jurassic Land?
Bro, this was a couple days ago. A woman went to a nail salon. So she's getting her nails done, and then all the ladies suddenly just stop working, and they look at the news. She don't know what's going on. It's Chinese news, so she can't understand what they're saying. So she gets Google Translator out, and what it says is like they found dinosaurs. So basically, China had an expedition of 15 people to this uncharted land somewhere out in the world. world, and they found like actual dinosaurs. So far, they found 2 new species of dinosaurs, and one of those species of dinosaurs is like a machine, something we never seen before, something like crazy.
What are they making this shit up to distract us from them doing that weird thing they just did?
It could be that, or they could have actually really found some. Because people think that the Earth is way bigger than it really is. Like the whole time we've been lied to, like how the map looks. Because also recently Japan just recounted its islands. They found 7,000 new islands in Japan.
How do just not
7,000.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
How do you just find
These
that out, bro?
found 7,000 new islands.
Yeah, that don't make no sense, man. They must have been knew that.
If
or
you know,
had
you
to,
know. Time to expose some more pizza files, if you know what I'm saying. Now, this is pure speculation, right?
We've known each other for years. Yeah. You've been to my house. We've had pizza. Girl after my own heart. Do we love a pizza or what? We love a pizza. It's so good. It's so much fun. Now, someone.
Y'all know what that mean, right?
I was told that you were.
Okay, that wasn't weird at all. I actually heard other people talking about Jennifer Aniston's pizza parties. So they're going back and forth talking about Jennifer Aniston trying to get them to go out and have fun with her or go to her parties. Just pay attention to body language, gestures.
When Aniston will say to me in the middle of the night, whenever I'm with her, something cool, she'll be like, you see? And I'll be like, no, you're right. This is great. This is great. And then the next morning, she'll text me and say, I know something, Wednesday night if you want. I'll be like, come on, we just did that Saturday thing. We don't have to do too good.
I'm going to bed at 9. I can't come over. Your thing starts at 8:30. So.
Yes, she can handle it. She can handle it. And her parties are incredible at her house, too.
Yeah. She does have good parties, and she makes good pizza as well.
She makes great pizza,
Wonderful pizza. All right, whatever.
I know it's not just me. Those of you who know, you know.
If you know, you know.
How was the pizza? Was it good? Oh, what did he make it himself? Mom's pizza was better than Clooney's. They both made. Everybody made a certain kind of pizza.
There's no pizza we didn't love.
Something that he does. 5 different kinds. 5 different kinds or 6 different kinds of pizza that night. Clooney's was excellent. Amal's was.
So I wonder why she told him to be quiet. 5 different kinds, 6 different kinds. That kind of sounds familiar.
One lady was like, how many cheeses, Jerry? Jerry was like, 7 different cheeses. 7 different cheeses. People were eating the fucking pizza going crazy. Oh my God, I taste the cheeses, Jerry. I taste the cheeses. They brought me my piece of pizza. I took a bite. I couldn't fucking believe it. Best pizza I've ever had in my life. Best fucking pizza I've ever had. Had some type of lettuce on it. I've never tasted this shit. Some white baby's got some type of lettuce on it. Wait till you taste the lettuce.
He didn't just say what I think he said, did he? So somebody said he said, I told my wife, baby, listen.
Some white baby's got some type of lettuce on it. Some white baby's got some type of lettuce on it. Some white baby's got some type of lettuce on it.
Okay, I'm not hearing it. Now here's the thing, y'all. It's all speculation, right?
It is.
It's just
but
a
that's
conspiracy,
crazy.
right? I know. We're all crazy, right?
I don't know. I mean, when you slow it down, it did kind of sound like that.
Okay, y'all, listen. Y'all see what TikTok doing to me, y'all? Taking my video down. It's okay. I know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping about that, TikTok. It's okay. Well, y'all, listen. Before I say anything, because I got some shit to tell y'all, some really important shit to tell y'all. So before I say anything, y'all need to go ahead and click on this link. Y'all see this link right here? Y'all need to go ahead and click on the link and find what y'all need for survival, because it's gonna be survival mode soon. Because when this power go out, you're gonna need those things right here on the link. So listen. So right now, so many people are getting sick, y'all. So many people having headache, cough, throat hurt, all the time. Their body is not functioning properly right now. But a lot of people don't understand why it's happening. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand why it's happening. So let me tell you something. Let me tell you how the pole ship gonna, you know what I'm saying, gonna take place. Y'all think this pole ship is a joke. Y'all think March going to all the way September is gonna be a fucking joke, right? So listen, you better be ready for this pole ship, okay? So, as you guys know right now, so many people getting sick, right? So, you better pay attention to the CME and the solar flare that's coming from the sun. Those CME and solar flare coming from the sun, if your body is not motherfucking clean, if you carry so many chemicals in your body, man, you eating so taxes ass food up, and then when the solar flare and CME hurt,
It's gonna do damage to your body. Of course it's gonna make you sick because you're not ready for this energy. So I suggest you start cleaning your body right now because 2024 will be the motherfucking last sun cycle. This one gonna be the most important thing. 2024, when this sun stops setting non-stop, a lot of you guys won't make it. So I suggest you clean your body right now. Be ready. When the solar flare hurting, when the CM is coming, be ready. Because the energy about to be popping. A lot of you guys won't make it. I'm telling you some real shit. That's not spiritual shit. I'm telling you guys some real important thing, man. Y'all better be ready. Start cleaning your body right now. I suggest you do so. Click on the link. Make sure y'all need those things for survival, okay? Peace.
I guess we got to cleanse our body now. You said we got a year. 2024.
Nigga, what they call death is nothing more than your soul and your spirit leaving the avatar, nigga. You leave the avatar. Now you got two options. You can turn around to that darkness, nigga, and keep going to other realms, other galaxies, and keep moving, because you've already experienced this reality called Earth. Or you can go into the motherfucking light, nigga. You got two options at what they call death. If you go into the fucking light, that's the moonlight. You're going to go into the moon's light, it's going to pull your ass in, and they're going to bleach your soul of its memories and redirect it back into Earth. And that's what we call reincarnation. Okay?
Yo, I've always had this thought about reincarnation that, you know, your soul can get reincarnated, but you lose your memories. And that's literally what he just said. Like, you don't remember the past life, but you've been here before. And certain things that hit, you know, in your mind, you have certain memories. You're like, dang, why I think like this? But it could be something from your past life. You know what I mean?
You don't want to do that. That's what a lot of you have been doing. Going into the moonlight. Because when your soul and spirit leaves the avatar, it takes 40 to 72 days for it to fully leave the planet. So when somebody dead, they soul and their spirit still be in the atmosphere though.
I also heard that before
too. It takes 40 to 72 days for a soul and spirit to fully transcend this atmosphere. After the point of what they call death, nigga. Hear me? So look. Once you at that point, you got two options. You can either A, go into the light, or B, go into the darkness. If you go into the darkness, you break free of reincarnation. You will now have full freedom to go wherever you want to go from there. Because that's how life really was before they created the moonlight and hijacked this realm and put us under light code lockdown. Which what we are under, which they are doing that through blocking out the suns, right? With the clouds, right? But it didn't always do this, right? So now because of time, that's how we got the time. It's about time. Remember I was telling you about breaking down time. Because of the belief in time and breathing in all this oxygen, you begin to age, and it leads you to this point they call death. And also your belief in it. Now they gave you religion your whole life just for this point of death. So you basing everything you know about death off religion. Like, okay, well when you die, if you do good, you go to heaven. You do bad, you go to hell. Ain't no heaven to hell. That's a motherfucking lie, nigga.
Yeah, I don't really believe in all that either, you know. But I feel like there's a version of it.
Please tell me.
Whoa.
What in tarnations is going on?
Time out. What they got going on here?
And ended up with this. It's almost like artists are not even trying anymore. There was a time when AI art didn't even exist. But now, human art, it's just a blank wall, bruv.
That's crazy.
I mean, come on, brother.
We have switched.
It's like you man are taking the piss. You're not even trying anymore. And the same goes for buildings. What you need to know is that this is not an accident. This has been done on purpose. You see, humans become more creative and have a bigger imagination when they see creative forms of art and expression. So in doing this, making things be plain and dull, it dulls our mind down and it stops our creativity and makes us more easily to be controlled. So if you're an artist, keep creating art and be as creative as you can possibly be.
Facts. You got to be creative, man. That's the key to life, really, is to create.
I woke up inside my mother's womb at about 6 months of age. I woke up inside of there. Like, boom. I don't know what had happened. Maybe my mother went through some trauma or whatever. But I woke up and I was like, oh God, I'm here. I'm here. Don't forget, don't forget, don't forget, don't forget, don't forget. This is truth. Don't forget, don't forget, don't forget. Just go by. Every once in a while, I would think about something and this would come over. And I didn't know it was my hand. I thought it was a friend. I had my whole name for it. Inside that womb, you were conscious. You woke up because with our son Kieran, when he was my wife was 6 months pregnant, we would put the light on his stomach and he would follow it and push on it. And we'd put the music and we'd put it all the way over to the other side and he would crawl all the way over to the other side of the stomach and push at the light with the music. So what I'm saying to you, you are conscious inside the womb, but we have no common frame of reference. But I remember, don't forget, don't forget, don't forget, because I knew I'd been here. Don't forget. You know what I didn't want to forget? This flower of life. And what I tried to tell you guys earlier, this is not your first time, it's not your first rodeo, and it won't be your last rodeo. Don't panic in this life. You can actually, there's no sense of death. Everything goes to sleep and it wakes back up again. Refolds and unfolds, refolds and unfolds.
Yo, I want to watch the full video to that now. I gotta see what else he was talking about.
If you're wise, if you're careful.
Here we go.
Because you can remember conscious moments in your life, can't you? You can remember moments when you're like, wait a minute, I'm in a bigger space than just this little body right here. You become fully aware of everything around you. And if you quiet yourself, you can think about those things. Well, apparently I did that at the last passage, because when I came into this life, I woke up, remember, don't forget, don't forget, don't forget, don't forget, don't forget. And the first thing I did was worked out the flower of life. When I was 6 years old, I started making these pieces. Now, I'm not trying to say I'm crazy or this reincarnation or anything, but we know that energy does not die. Energy just reboots itself and reboots itself. So we are eternal. So stop panicking, thinking your life is over. You've done this trillions of times. You'll get good at it and we'll be perfect one time if we get conscious. But we have to get conscious and change the world. But if not, I'll keep doing it and I'll do it in the next lifetime. If not this one, and in the next lifetime after that. Just remember, and another thing, don't forget, you know, you go from positive to negative, everything polarizes positive to negative. Then more than likely, with each lifetime, male to female, male to female. If the universe is consistent. I think it is.
I can see that. Man, talk that talk, Mr. Hustle and Flow. For real.
What's up, family? I got a big old tough pill for you to swallow. You ready? Pause. Pause. When it comes to this spiritual shit, not that religious shit, but when it comes to spirituality, true spirituality, everybody don't got a fucking choice. It's unfortunate. It's some bullshit, but understand that is what the fuck it is. Everybody ain't got no choice in this shit. Which is a big old reason why you will rarely, if ever, hear me speak of manifestation. I am not a person into manifesting because the spirit has made it very blatantly clear and obvious all throughout my existence here that I don't have a choice. I came here for a specific mission, and that is what I'm on. Nothing else. I'm not saying that trying to manifest things or manifesting things is bad at all. I'm not saying that you can't do it, but you need to understand that maybe you can't, okay? This is the reason why the book of Enoch and the Bible and other religious books refer to the elect, the chosen, the remnant. It is a very small percentage of you or us that simply doesn't have a choice in this matter. I personally am not here to try to manifest my egoic desires, the desires of this avatar. I give no fucks. I understand that I came as a video game breaker. I came to break the game, and that's what the fuck I'm gonna do. You will notice, even amongst your spiritual family, friends, associates, and even enemies, you will see that other spiritual people and people in general have a choice. They have many choices. Other spiritual people are not forced to endure
these great hardships. But once again, I always refer to the old scriptures because they got all the fucking answers. The Bible says the last shall be first and the first shall be last. That was written for a reason. I'm not saying don't try to manifest. I'm not saying don't try to shift your reality to be more desirable for you. I'm simply saying you may be like myself, and you may be forced to alchemize whatever situation that mama, God, spirit, source, universe, whatever word you want to throw on it. I like to use mama. Whatever mama got for you to do, that's what the fuck you gonna do. So don't be discouraged if you couldn't manifest that Benz or that big old mansion, okay? This shit is a simulation and it's fake and it's ending. You will be rewarded for your work, but it just might not be here, and we might not give a fuck.
Y'all believe in manifestation? I mean, I kind of do, you know. I feel like it could be also generational as well, you know. Like he said, whatever mama got to do for you, that's what you're going to do. So it depends on what mama sets up for you.
My unpopular opinions on spirituality that will make you look at the world differently. So my video won't get taken down as TikTok is fake. 1, you don't have to practice religion to be spiritual. 2, heaven is a state of mind that we can reach on earth. 3, before we were born, our soul chose the life that we wanted to experience. 4, if we don't learn the lessons of this life, we keep reincarnating until we do. 5, the pineal gland, aka the third eye, is our gateway to higher consciousness. 6, extraterrestrials are real and living amongst us. 7, past life regression works and you can do it through self-hypnosis. 8, healing crystals are a legit way to heal your energy. 9, the world operates on the principles of energy, frequency, and vibration. 10, we have multiple realities, and each choice we make leads to the reality we experience.
How do you explain?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of agree with basically all of those points that she just gave us. Let me know if y'all agree or disagree with those points, but those was pretty dope.
To people that the government is full of pedophiles and that our water is being poisoned with fluoride and heavy metals. Our food is fake, the weather is being manipulated, clouds are actually created to block the sun, and that chemtrails actually kill people. Our government actually stands for mind control, and that big events are actually staged to keep us distracted from the real truth. Artists and people of power actually practice rituals at these events without the fans actually knowing. When a doctor gives you a shot, he actually gets a bonus. Now, they don't do that for chemotherapy, so why do they do that for vaccine shots? And that war and our military is actually used to decrease the population. Yeah. How do you explain that to people?
Obvious the government wants TikTok gone because it's the only news source not on their payroll, and we can incite change faster than they can censor us, and that's a problem for them. In the same breath they're trying to frame it as a national security threat, our sitting president has classified documents where they're not supposed to be. They know for the older generations all they gotta say is the word China and it's gonna create a motherfucking problem. But the actual problem is that they can't cover their goddamn tracks, and we're onto them. They're gonna have to get rid of the entirety of the internet. We can find anything faster than y'all can hide it. The same politicians that voted to ban drag got photos of them in drag. The same politicians vowing to eradicate transgenderism have videos of them tied up, bent over, gagged, red-bottomed, and I'm not talking about the shoes. Because y'all don't want them to have rights in public, but you pay to get abused in private. Is it the thrill for you, counselor? We already know y'all bringing back Jim Crow laws as y'all pipeline to try and put us back on a plantation. But let me tell you something, this is the generation that communes with their ancestors, and they're already pissed off.
So I went to visit East Palestine, Ohio for the first time. How did it turn out? First, I want to say the area that I'm already in, we're already smelling chemicals and stuff over here. Every time it rains, it's that weird smell, and it's starting to become the whole area. This was my whole reason of wanting to go down there to see how it smelled, how it looked, you know, how does it feel. Don't worry, before I went, I made sure I was dressed up in a biosuit, and I tried my hardest to keep it on the whole time. I was also interviewed by DW News. Fox News was going to interview me, but they thought I was doing it for attention. Actually, I was doing it for my TikTokers, and for myself because I was curious. So off the rip, you can see over here, we made it down to the river, seen a couple filters on there. Looks like they're really trying to get the chemicals out of the water. If you look even further down, you can even see splashes. On this one, you can see me walking towards the part where the train derailed. They're still doing construction.
Oh, he up close in person.
And actually at one point, I think I showed myself. To get back on track, it's exactly how the residents described it down there. It burns your eyes, it literally burns your face. At some points, I was even losing my glove color just for being so close to the chemicals. I got stopped by 3 members of the Secret Service to ask what I was doing on the train tracks. Then I would have stayed down longer if I knew the CDC and the EPA was going to be down there too. If you're in Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, West Virginia, Maryland, Kentucky, or any of the areas where this is spreading at, please be careful. Please keep a good lookout on your water. With chemicals spewing everywhere, we do not know what's coming out of there. So if it looks weird, please don't drink it. If it's making you feel weird or if it's burning your skin, don't shower in it. And most of all, be careful. Much love, guys. More news next.
Does anybody else feel like you've gotten to the point where you just know way too much?
Yeah.
Way too much. Like, ignorance is really bliss. Like, sometimes I miss being asleep. Knowing that everything in the world pretty much is working against you. The people that govern you don't give a shit about you. Like, I just don't know what to do with that information. Like, yeah, I guess I will just hang out in my house that I bought from the housing market, overpriced. I'll hang out with my domesticated cat and continue eating my grocery store foods that are probably sprayed with a ton of pesticides, even though I go out of my way to avoid that shit. I'm fully immersed in the system while hating the fucking system and doing everything that I can to not be in the system.
Yo, that's like the issue with our whole community, isn't it? Man, tell me y'all don't feel like that as well, man. It's crazy. You're stuck in the system and everybody trying to figure out how to get out, but it's like you're still in it.
I'm dead ass serious, yo. I literally do not hear nobody saying it no more. Oh, crazy. Oh, conspiracy theorists are crazy and this ain't happening, that ain't happening. Nah, yo. Now y'all believe niggas. They shot damn near 7 objects out the sky and look what we got now. A new derailment. Two of them. Every train that went off these railroad tracks for these past few months have had chemicals on it that can kill people.
Going straight into the water supply.
You mean to tell me it's multiple train derailments and it's normal? Y'all know fucking well it's not normal. Stop playing.
In my lifetime, I can think of maybe 3. So this in the past 2 months, I know of 5. Okay, and nobody's talking about this.
And the newest one is.
Yo, they must be from like Baltimore or something. Y'all hear how he's saying that? The newest, like I can't even say it like how they say it. The U's and the U's.
2 derailments.
You hear it?
Nigga, these just happened in the last 6 weeks.
We're not talking about derailments.
Derailments, y'all. Is it a game now?
We're not talking about orange juice. Okay? We're talking about life-threatening chemicals. Okay, shit that's fucking radioactive and shit like that. Into motherfuckers' water supply.
It's in the water now. It's in the fucking sky.
And you like the fuck?
It's in the sky.
You probably didn't travel so far.
Thanks. In 60 seconds, the new draft report on UFOs. The Pentagon's expert warning about a possible mothership coming close to Earth.
Oh, they said the mothership's here, y'all. Uh-oh. Hey, look at her face.
They found another advanced world just outside of Antarctica. They don't want us going there. Once you understand, there's more land beyond Antarctica.
Now, this might just all be a conspiracy, but what if the Earth had more than just 7 continents? And Antarctica was just a giant ice wall that kept us from seeing the rest of the continents? And what if there was a map that showed this? There are theories that these continents contain prehistoric
animals, are crazy,
aliens, and advanced civilizations. And that the 7 continents that we are living in is actually a giant farm or business owned by a small handful of families that make up the filthy rich in the real world, or in the other continents that we don't know about.
You can't go there. You can't explore any of it.
That treaty was in effect from 1959. It can't even be questioned until the year 2041. The longest lasting treaty that all of the world signed on to at the same time and is still in place. Antarctica is the container of our world oceans. What is beyond Antarctica? Why is the government hiding Antarctica from us? Why is Antarctica completely off limits except for taking a tour of a little peninsula off of South America, which is nothing. There's about 100 different companies that you can spend a lot of money to go on a little guided tour of just that peninsula. But
That's
all of
crazy.
those companies are owned under one umbrella. They don't let anybody explore Antarctica.
The whole reason for this is because of more land.
I want y'all to know how this Earth used to be and how it's going to be pretty soon.
Hey yo, she says Avatar was a documentary, right? Ever since I've watched Avatar, I've always thought about that. Like, what if that was real? You know, like what if there was trees as big as that one tree, and you know, we was all able to live under that one tree? And but that's just one thought. I don't know where she's finna go with this. We finna find out though.
Yeah, we doing it, exposing Avatar, because it definitely was a documentary on how this planet actually used to be and the people. In this land, they found so many new organisms, beings, trees, all types of advanced psychological things happening on this planet. Mainly because they wanted to colonize and obtain resources that would make them rich. Sound familiar? In the movie, there were these beings called the Na'vi people. Their bodies were so advanced and connected to the earth. And they seemed to have dressed to African clothing. Now, the Na'vi people were very, very tall. And so was nature. All the trees, everything was literally lit. There's the same thing about giants on Earth. 8 to 10 feet people living and walking around in the past. Taller than the regular humans. Because who was these steps for? I'm not just making this up. Also in the movie, there were big, tall, giant trees. You know, on Earth, the mountains that look like they cut off trees. Now in this movie, they was willing to do whatever, knocking down sacred trees, doing all types of things that hurt the planet and the Earth and everything that was connected to it. Sound familiar? Now, all around the planet, there are these tall people on the walls, and they call them gods and giants and all types of things. What if all of these advanced beings who are called gods in different religions were just highly advanced beings in the past? And in the past, these people who are saying them call them gods. I mean, who knows what our DNA is capable of? So these humans want what these highly intelligent beings have. So they invaded and took advantage of the peace that we had. AKA Native Americans, Africans, Egyptians, all that. Same thing that they did to the Na'vi people in the movie. So much bad, sad, negative things happening on this planet to where it can't even be its full potential because it's trying to clean itself up. Prime example, while we're alive, we take so much resources from the earth. And then when we die, we put ourselves in coffins, unaccessed to the earth or the soil. In the movie Avatar, they literally bury their bodies to give back to the earth, but we don't even do that. Let's really try to understand what this movie meant and what we're capable of. Always stay dangerous.
We are in the age of Aquarius. This means Earth is really about to destroy the Matrix and flush out everyone that don't belong here. Water is one of the highest frequencies on this planet, and demons and devils cannot live where there is water. This is why the jinn is always located in the deserts. While the earth is detoxing and flushing out all these parasites, here are a few movies you can check out. If you want to know about reincarnation and how they steal your soul, watch the movie Soul. If you want to know about aliens, watch the movie Jupiter Ascending.
Hey, Jupiter Ascending's crazy. Yo, I got a movie. It's got some clips from Jupiter Ascending. It's like a little video. I'm going to go ahead and post that one too. I don't know when I'm going to post it, but I'm going to post it soon, man. Y'all stay on the lookout. But that was crazy.
If you want to know about different timelines and how every choice you make in this life is going to actually dictate your next life, then watch Cloud Atlas. The 13th floor, it tells you about how the whole universe is just a hologram. Nothing is real. Check out this movie. If you have any star seeds that want to know about spirituality, then they should watch Avatar Airbender. They have to watch Aang and Korra. Every woke person should watch Dark City. If you want to know the battle you are facing when you're trying to help someone wake up, watch Dark City. It tells you why certain people can't wake up. We are in spiritual revelations right now. So everything that was hidden from us, all the lies, all the land, everything they stole from us and took from us is really about to be pushed to the surface. Earth is really about to fight back. Remember the movie Avatar when all the animals start fighting with the righteous people? It wasn't just a movie. They got it from somewhere. Everything is being pushed to the surface because we are at the end of the Matrix. The Matrix always have to end. Why? Because we are not meant to be slaves. This is who we truly are, and we're going to get our memories back.
Okay. Let's get our memories
three
back.
Powers that you have to develop in order to see with your spiritual eyes. That would be the power of meditation, the power of imagination, and the power of intuition. Okay. And once you develop those powers, your spiritual mind opens and you start to understand and see what was hidden by the ego mind, and understand that there's more to life, more to existence than the physical realm.
Being an awakened person on this earth is like, it's so hard. It's so hard sometimes. It's almost like every single person that you encounter on a daily basis, your vibration is higher than theirs, you know?
Hey, and it's hard to bring their vibration up to yours too, isn't it? Hey, but you just got to keep on being these people's alarm clocks, man. You don't know when they're going to wake up. Just keep being their alarm clock.
And not to say like, oh, I'm better than anybody. No, of course not. I just see things so differently. I think so differently. I see things so differently. I care about different things than everybody that I'm surrounded by. It's almost, I feel so like out of place all the time, you know? I feel like I don't even belong on this earth. Like, I'm not from here, bro. Like, somewhere out there, there's some planet where everyone is like me, you know? I don't know. That's just what I feel like sometimes. And it's rough, too, because it's like you can't go back. You can't go back. Once you've awakened, it's like you can't go back to what you used to be. Because once you've gotten a taste of, like, what real peace and, like, just peace, bro. Like, true peace. Once you really feel that, and you even get the smallest taste, if you even dive back a little bit into your old patterns and old habits, bro, like it feels, the effects are so much stronger because you're so used to this peace and this high vibration now. That low vibration that you were so used to, that you used to live in so consistently for so long, it's like it feels so disgusting and so foreign now because you're used to this peace and this high vibration. So you can't go back. Of course not, you can't go back. And you can't stay stuck where you are because then, you know, you've made so much growth and so much evolution, you can't stay stuck where you are. You just have to keep going. There's no other choice but to keep going. And it's like the further you go, at least the point I'm at right now, I know there's so much more to go, but it's like the further you go, it's almost like the lonelier you get, the more you realize that you do not belong in this society. I really don't belong here in this society, on this planet, but at the same time, I am here. I am a part of this society. It's like I really don't have any other option but to keep going forward and to just hope that, you know, I can help as many people as possible before I perish and go back to wherever the fuck I came from.
I'm not gonna
Hey man, life's about the spiritual journey, not the physical.
get too deep into quantum physics right now, but if you do everything for your future self, the future always and absolutely dictates the past and the present. Truly, the only thing that is real is now, the present, but everything you did in your past led you to right now, the present, which was the future when you were in the past. The present moment will always have the alchemy and the newness of the future. So remember, always stay present in order to enjoy the glimpses of the future that are always present for you.
So all this time,
I like
we've
that.
been living on a giant motherboard. Oh my.
Oh my, a giant motherboard, huh?
This is a picture of Iran next to a motherboard. It's almost
I've seen pictures
identical.
like this.
You see, the previous civilizations built structures on ley lines and energy grids. These are the pyramids in Mexico. The layout is almost exactly like a motherboard. Here's a city that's, oh sorry, that's a motherboard. This city is, oh no, that's another motherboard. Here we go, a bird's eye view of a city and a motherboard. Oh my diddy.
Yo, that's
Here
crazy.
we have Egyptian pyramids and a microprocessor. And this is a Syrian temple in Egypt and a computer chip.
So we live on a
Somebody convince
motherboard,
me
y'all.
that I haven't jumped timelines or switched to a new matrix or that there's not been a glitch in the matrix. So let me explain what I have been trying to legitimize and make logical in my head all day long, and I still cannot figure out what has happened here. Yesterday, I took my daughter to a thrift store. We were looking for a specific chair. She saw this pair of Elsa shoes from the movie Frozen and would not leave without them. They were old, they were kind of worn, and I was like, whatever, grab the shoes, let's take them home. They'll be perfect for dress up. I put them in her basket in her room. And this morning I came in here into the living room where we keep our shoes in that shoe basket there. And I see the Elsa shoes. And I was like, well, that's really weird. I had put this pair of shoes in her room in her dress up basket. I can't believe she's already gotten them out and put them back in the basket. And so I picked up the shoes. I walked to her room and to the basket thinking, well, I'll just put them back in there. And there's 2 pairs of these shoes.
What?
There's 2 pairs of these shoes. But that wasn't the part that I'm so confused about. On the bottom, because again, I got these at a secondhand store. On the bottom of these shoes, the same writing. So again, it's not like one pair was picked up somewhere else. And they're secondhand. It's not like they were purchased at Walmart or something and we accidentally grabbed 2 pairs of these shoes. And also I thought, okay, I asked her dad, did you buy her some of these shoes? He said, no, I didn't. I also thought back to Christmas. My mom had gotten her a pair of little Elsa shoes but that's not them. These are them. It's a completely different pair of shoes altogether. They're the same shoe. It's the same size. They're both worn out in the same distress in the same way like they're secondhand. I'm so confused. Also, look at one of the shoes in each pair is missing a strap. In this pair, it's on this shoe, on the right shoe, and on this pair, it's on the left shoe. But both are missing a strap.
Wait. Can't you just switch those shoes, though? I'm confused now. Because it looks like one pair might have been the pair with the strap and one pair could have been the pair with no strap. I don't know though. I don't know. This is crazy.
Somebody explain this to me because I'm still mind fucking blown.
Yeah, I'm mind blown too. Whatever happened to her, whatever glitch that was, I need that to happen to me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a $100 bill and I'm going to put it down. I'm going to go to sleep and hopefully I can wake up and find another $100 bill in another spot and keep doing that over and over and over. I need that type of glitch in my life.
We're going to be going into a totally different dimension.
Ooh, I heard about this before.
By raising the frequencies and vibrations of the earth, it will shift into a new dimension.
Heard we in the 5th.
And this is the greatest show on earth because they said all the beings and all the universes are watching because this has never happened to in any universe anywhere.
Hold on, she said all the beings are watching. So that must mean that when they say there's spaceships out there, you know, or UFOs or whatever, those are other beings watching us, trying to make sure that we get over to that next dimension from 3D, skipping 4D over to the 5th dimension. That's my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if there were aliens out there, right, then they're probably just out there, they're passing Earth, they're like, oh, whoa. Let's stop and watch these people real quick. This is like the Jerry Springer show. For real.
The entire planet will shift into a new dimension. And when this happens, it's like 2 Earths, as though they split. The old Earth is left behind with all the negativity and all the chaos. And the new Earth separates, and it will be totally new and beautiful. Now, those who have raised the vibrations and frequencies of their bodies will shift into the new earth. And all this is happening right now. A lot of people are feeling this in their bodies because they are having physical symptoms they can't explain. This is happening as the body shifts and changes the vibrations and frequencies of the body. The frequencies can't be changed immediately because it would be too damaging to the body. The body couldn't handle it. It would die. So it has to be done in steps, slowly.
At first you start. Anybody been feeling anything weird lately? You know, like you feel like your vibrations have been rising? Do you feel like you've been consciously thinking about things a little bit different? I mean, if you're here and you're watching this video, then I feel like your vibes have definitely been rising and you are part of the new earth.
Seeing a sequence of numbers 111 444 333. This will go on for
see this all the time.
3 to 6 months until you recognize you are seeing a sequence of numbers. The next phase is that you'll start to wake up between the hours of 3 and 4.
I do this daily, y'all, but I think it's because my son.
For this. And then you will go back to sleep around 4 or 5. And the sleep that you have around 4 or 5 in the morning, you'll have intense dreams. These dreams will be so vivid that it will feel like you've slept for hours and you've only been asleep for an hour.
Man, that's what I've been saying all along, y'all. Time is crazy.
Phases. If you are going through one or more of these phases,
let me go ahead and read this to you guys in case you can't see it. It says, if you are going through ascension, you will be seeing sequence numbers, waking up between 3 and 4. Okay, this is basically everything he just said. Vivid, intense dreams. Your old life makes no sense anymore. Hey, you know, I kind of feel that one right there. Disconnected from friends and family. It feels like the curtain has been pulled back. You know, a lot of the times they say you don't really want to rise, like the Kundalini energy, and awaken, because you'll start looking at everyone around you and start asking yourself, why am I here?
Let me give you an idea. It's all good, but it's all you.
I made y'all very clear that Planet Kai is going through a terraforming process, okay? As we ascend to the 5D, the planet's repairing itself, okay? The planet is sentient, okay? Meaning that it's aware. It's aware that it's alive, okay? It's alive just like you or me, okay? It breathes, it thinks, it exists, basically, okay? When you get sick, okay, and a pathogen come into your body, you have something that's called white blood cells. These white blood cells are designed to fix or cure infection or sickness, okay? You have to ask yourself, what are you to the planet, okay? Are you a white blood cell or are you a parasite, okay? Because when a planet goes through the terraforming process, it's going to get rid of anything that's parasitic to it, okay? Because we're returning back to nature. With the Earth, we're returning back to nature, basically. Obviously, our objective is to accomplish a utopia state, all right? Obviously, with us going into 5th dimension, it's a situation where it's going to go through a rapid terraforming process in order to ascend us there, to put us there. So it's going to be a separation. It's going to be some people that's still stuck in 3rd density as we gradually transition to 5th density. It's going to be people that's unfortunately going to be ripped apart, and the separation going to start. And when we ascend to 5D, you have to question yourself whether you're a parasite or whether you're a white blood cell in the process. Are you littering? Are you making the earth more dirty? Are you spreading knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and awareness? What are you bringing to the collective as we ascend and rise to a higher frequency? What are you doing? What part are you playing? You have to be conscious in that, all right, as we ascend and we go towards a higher density.
We tried to fix. I ain't gonna lie, guys. I spit some gum out yesterday. I might be a parasite to this earth. I littered.
Figure out how much charge the body takes in when you touch the earth. What
Earth
happens
is electrical,
is
huh?
the body saturates with electrons practically instantaneously. It's so fast that you can't measure it. So electrons from the earth enter the body right away, and they coat the red blood cells so that the cells repel each other. And then they can't clump, and the blood viscosity goes down. It's easier for the heart to pump the blood pressure goes down, all kinds of cardiovascular issues, they go away.
That's crazy. Just from putting your skin on the earth.
So more and more, I'm seeing so many freaking videos of people talking about they feel like there is some weird shift going on in the world and how they feel like it's affecting their energy. So this creator right here, Nico of New York, really hit on something that exactly was what I was feeling. And I feel like a lot of us are feeling the same way.
I feel like time has sped up so much that there's not even 24 hours in a day anymore.
I can honestly say I feel that exactly. It's so weird. It doesn't...
Yo, I've been saying this for quite some time. I don't know if you guys been watching my videos or not, but time is completely different. It's definitely sped up. Our thoughts have sped up as well. So because the fact that our thoughts have sped up, time has also sped up, and we don't perceive time the same as we used to. You know, it still says 24 hours in the day on our clock, but time is actually moving a lot faster.
I feel like there's 24 hours in the day anymore. It feels like it's more like 16. And I know. People are going to be like, no, it's because you're older. And time seems to go by so much quicker when you're old. When you're younger, you don't even think about time. So it's not even like in your mindset. When you're a little kid and summer seems to last forever. No, I'm telling you, something is off with the time. I've seen videos of people talking about how their clocks are even different. And I literally said to my husband a month ago, I'm like, what the frick is going on with our clocks? Everything seems to be different. Even though I said at the same time, they change. My microwave clock, my stove clock, my coffee maker clock, I set them the same time, but somehow it always gets scrubbed and they turn out different. Nobody else in the house is touching it. And we're talking about drastically different times. It's so weird. Okay, and he also goes on to say this.
And sometimes I feel as though people's energy drains me whenever I go out because of how vastly different they are now. And I don't understand.
Yo, is it just me or this dude's voice sound like he from like an X-Men movie or something? Like, his voice sound, I was not expecting that when he started talking.
Understand as though why that is, because it just seems as though that you have two different types of people. You have the people who are aware of what's going on and the shift in all the energy.
Right.
This is direct.
That is exactly how I've been feeling, because I haven't even been wanting to go out anymore because the energy of some people just seems to be so off, and I can't figure out why I'm feeling that way.
The other type of people that you have are the people who are unaware and they're just living their life normally. And I'm wondering, where do you fall on?
Okay, right? So, like, that's super weird. You have people who are totally unaware of the shift and are just walking around normally in their regular world, not worried about a thing or not even thinking about a thing. But what is that? Why? And I know that there are people who are becoming more awake, but why are there people who aren't? Is it because they are just stuck in this reality that's totally falling apart? Yeah, why are people stuck is because they don't want to know. Because I want to know. I want to know everything. I want to know all the creepy stuff. I want to know what's going on.
Earth itself.
Yeah, but most people aren't like that, though, in all honesty, right? If you try to talk to a person or, you know, talk about some of the stuff that we be watching on our videos, right? They're going to act like, I can't even think like that. I don't want to think like that. I'm not going to think like that. And those type of people, to me, are just sleep. You know, they don't really care to be woken up or to even think outside of their norm of thoughts. And that's what's crazy to me.
It's changing its vibration and its frequency to move into the new dimension. Now, in order for us to go, our bodies have to change frequency and vibration in order to follow. You can't have it happen all at once. To change the frequency immediately would be too hard on the body, and the body would be destroyed. So we're going in stages. We have to adapt as we go. This has been happening since about the year 2003. You feel it in your body with actual physical changes. Some people say they feel it with high blood pressure, heart palpitations, heart problems, especially the speeding up and slowing down like AFib of the heart, depression, dizziness. Sometimes you'll be dizzy for days and you won't understand what's causing it. Joint aches and pains. And this is general depression. These are the way the body is adjusting because everything has to adjust on a cellular level. It'll go on for a few days. You'll be uncomfortable. Then it'll level out. And maybe you'll go a month or two. Then it'll come back again. The same feelings as you adjust. People are going to the doctors, and the doctors say there's nothing wrong with them. Of course, the doctor will put you on a pill anyway, but they can't find anything physically wrong with them.
Diet is directly affected to our spirituality and how we feel, our vibrations, our frequency, our energy. And if you want to improve your well-being, whether it's mentally, you want to fight depression, media, or even what we put into our bodies directly.
You do consume TV.
Affect us, but our energy also affects everything in our lives, our finances, the people around us, our family. And so therefore it's a total human experience. It's the spiritual, it's the mental. It has everything to do with your pineal gland when you're consuming